What if I told you that it is much easier to sell the annual subscription of your SaaS offer than it is to sell the monthly one? Welcome to day 6 of the Offer Turnover Challenge. Today, I'm going to be talking about several different things, but one of them is going to be where I'm going to be sharing with you a strategy that you can utilize to start selling the annual subscription of your SaaS offer directly without having to even get people or convince them to get inside of your monthly one. Okay, so without much ado, let's get inside of it. If you have no idea about what the Office Turnover Challenge is about, then what we are doing over here is we are converting negative ROAS offers to positive ones. Okay, and we are taking a challenge for 60 days to make this conversion of several different offers in several different niches. Okay, so if you haven't watched the first week, day 1 to day 5, then go ahead and watch it and see the stats of day after day 5, so that you know where we are standing right now and what you can expect over the next few weeks. Okay, so today was a long day because today was day 6 and a Monday, so we had a lot of things to do. We did 2 deep dives today, one strategy, one clarification call, and then we also finalized the topic of the webinar of ET. Now, on day 1, we talked about this particular client, ET, and what we are going to be doing right now is first we are going to dive inside of this, and then we are going to come to ML, HD, AM, and DJ. Now, for ML is where we discuss the SaaS offer. So if you want to just skip, I have already put in the timestamps below. You can just skip to that part, or if you want to see all the transformations of all of different offers, then make sure you stick till the end. Okay, so let's discuss the first one for ET. Okay, so if you remember, ET is in career counseling niche, and then for the offer that he has got, we had already created and strategized a course for him. However, he wanted to shift that approach from a DIY course to a boot camp, a live boot camp, where he will be coming up for 4 days, do a very intensive training of 3 to 4 hours, and sell the ticket for $797. Okay, so the funnel was not finalized, but then on a call on day 4, I suppose, we finalized the strategy, which was to choose a webinar to sell the $797 bootcamp. Now, I'm not going to go into detail why we chose a webinar, but let's dive inside of the content of what we did today. But if you want to know more about what we did, then go ahead and watch day 4 of the Office Turnover Challenge. You would know why we chose a webinar rather than any other approach. Okay, so for the webinar topic, I went in detail to search him. So he already shared a PDF with me where he talked about everything that he is going to discuss on the bootcamp. So based on that, I created a topic of the webinar, then the 3 secrets, and then what all we can do inside of the webinar. Okay, the complete funnel flow and everything. However, for confidentiality purposes, I haven't added the titles over here and the 3 secrets, but I'm just going to be sharing with you the framework that we use to create the titles of the webinar and the 3 secrets. Okay, so the concept of 3 secrets came from Russell Brunson, who is like really big name in the digital offer space. He owns a company called ClickFunnels, which I have been following for a very long time now. It's been almost 6 years, and he's an amazing person. Went to Funnel Hacking Live this year. I couldn't meet him, but inshallah soon one day. But yeah, so he created this formula of creating webinars, where this formula is called the Perfect Webinar Secrets. If you go to perfectwebinarsecrets.com, you can dive in details about this particular framework. It just costs $7. Okay, but let me give you an overview. So what we are going to do is, for the title of the webinar, what we do is we try to move people away from pain without revealing our mechanism. So what this means is that if you're helping someone make $1,000, make your first $1,000 webinar through this particular webinar, right now, the problem with that is that we are helping people move towards pleasure with this webinar topic, right now. This is a psychology that I learned from Myron, and I have applied to several different offers, and they have outperformed every other offer that I had created before. And the psychology goes something like this: for people who have no idea about who you are, then it's much easier for them to trust you to help them go away from pain than towards pleasure. Okay, so for example, if a stranger came up to you on the street and told you that, hey, I'm going to give you $100,000, you're going to be like, why do you want to give me $100,000, right? That's really insane. But if you were bleeding, and there was this stranger who did not have a phone, would you not just unlock your phone and just give it to him for him to go ahead and call 911 or the emergency number, right? So you would do that just because you're in so much pain. So that applies to the online digital space as well. If a person is seeing your offer for the first time and you have a title which is like too big of a claim, then it's much difficult for them to even believe that it is possible, right? And since they do not know you, they would simply scroll you away. However, if you have a title that shows that they are the pain that they are in, then they will first be able to stop and listen what you're saying or read the webinar title, and then if it is really curiosity based, they will be able to go ahead and register for the webinar. Right now, without revealing the mechanism, what I mean by this is that if you're, let's say, an affiliate marketing coach that helps employees get out of the 9 to 5 to start their affiliate marketing business without a product, without any of the offers, right? So rather than saying, hey, we are going to help you inside of this webinar, I'm going to show you how you can leave your 9 to 5 by doing by starting your affiliate marketing business, then you have already revealed the secret. Why would they need to come up on a webinar to know what this is about, right? And they would just think that this is another affiliate marketing webinar. However, if you do not reveal what the one mechanism is, it becomes even more curious, right? So let me just frame it that way. So let's just say that the webinar title is, inside of this webinar, I reveal how you're losing $5,000 every single month as a 9 to 5 employee if you're not using this one way of making money online, right? So now they would want to know what that one way of making money is about, right? So that was just a vague example, but you get the point. We have to move people away from pain without sharing with them how we are going to do that or revealing the mechanism, right? So we just say one thing, one secret, but we do not reveal what that one thing is until they come to the webinar. Okay, so this improves the show up rate as well. Now let's come inside of the framework of how the webinar structure is going to look like. So the first 15 minutes of the webinar is going to be where we are going to talk about the attractive character, and in this particular case it is the coach who is delivering the webinar. Okay, so the first 15 minutes goes inside of how affiliate marketing changed their life. Okay, and then the next 15 minutes is going to be where how it changed the life. So it's going to be about the vehicle. So over here we are going to be discussing about our unique way of doing affiliate marketing that does not require any of the prior skills or anything of that sort. And then the next 15 minutes we are going to be talking about the internal belief that is going to come to their hearts, because of which they wouldn't want to move forward with this particular way of making money online, right? So for example, hey, I know Muzahid can help me make money online, make my first $1,000 online, and I also trust that this his unique affiliate marketing way is going to be great, but I don't know if I can do it. I do not have any experience in the digital space. So that is the internal belief. So over here in the 15 minutes we are going to talk about how anyone can do it. We are going to show different examples of different individuals who have done it with no experience, and so on and so forth. And then comes the external belief. So these are all the external factors because of which they will not be able to move forward with us, right? So this can be, let's say, traffic, right? One of the biggest challenges in affiliate marketing is getting the traffic on our affiliate link. We do not know how we can bring people to even see our affiliate link in the first place. So since they do not even have the experience for it, this becomes the external belief that we tackle in the last 15 minutes, right? So this attractive character, vehicle, internal and external belief sums up the 1 hour of the value adding inside of the webinar. And then the remaining 30 minutes goes inside of pitching the offer, where we make the offer and have people sign up for it. Okay, so here's how the funnel flow looks like. A registration page where people can give their name, email and phone number, and then we are going to have an upsell page. So for this particular client, he suggested that he was having a book launch really soon, so we can have him pre-order some books with an upsell page. And then there's a confirmation page after they have said yes or no to that pre-order of the book. Okay, then the next funnel we are going to be creating will be the bootcamp checkout page. So on the last 15 minutes when you pitch them the offer, we send them to a separate checkout page where they can go ahead and buy the bootcamp tickets. And then finally the bootcamp thank you page where they can go ahead and check out the details of the bootcamp. Right now we are also going to add an email sequence. So add 6 SMS to reminder email sequence to the reminder email sequence to increase show up. So what we usually do is we always have SMS reminders for the webinars, and what it does is like it just increases the show up to a crazy rate, right? So we have been very consistent in getting 16% show up rate on our free webinars that we run, by simply utilizing this 6 SMS plus an email automation, that allows us to get this much percentage of the show ups on our free webinar. Okay, so for the next steps, for the client, we just have to finalize a day and a time for the week when the client wants to do the webinar. Use custom values. So this is a feature inside of Go High Level that allows us to just change the name and the date and the day name inside of the custom value. What it will do is like every single place where this particular date has been mentioned, and on the funnels, on the emails, on the SMS, it will be changed automatically. So this is a great feature that Go High Level allows us to do. If you want to get Go High Level, go ahead and sign up from my link. When you do that, and send me a message on Instagram at Ask Musahid, and I will be able to go ahead and schedule a call with you, so that I can walk you through this platform inside out, and also help you with one of the strategies on how you can make the entire year's subscription back by simply following this one strategy that I'm going to share on the video. So if you want to do that, then go ahead and join the Go High Level platform using my affiliate link. Okay, so having said that, the second thing would be to launch the ads 5 days before the webinar at $50 per day. So usually what we do for my personal clients is we just run the webinar ads 3 days before the webinar actually starts, so that we can get as many people to sign up, and we also are able to maintain consistent lead costs using the same strategy. So it's absolutely fine. Since these webinars will be run every single week, this strategy really applies pretty well. Okay, and then we are going to create both the funnels and the email sequences and launch the project. So this is what we did for ED today, and then let's get inside of ML. Okay, so for ML, ML is in a senior living business. So he helps businesses fill up their beds, right, of their senior livings. And then he has a $397 per month SaaS business, where it is a white label of Go High Level, right, and where he is offering all the templates, all the businesses, and so on and so forth, and he's selling that for $397 per month. And then how the funnel structure looks like right now: he has a sales page with a calendar, direct sales page, right? He has a VSL in there. He has a complete value deliverables inside of that with a calendar embedded on the sales page itself. And then he has a downsell as well. So if for people who do not want to get on a call right now, they can go ahead and pay $1,000 upfront and go ahead and get the membership for $197 per month. Okay, and then we have a confirmation page. That's it. This is how the funnel structure looks like. Okay, so here are the stats that we analyzed from his deep dive, and it looks something like this. CTR link is 1.47, which is great, and then CPC link is $4.53, which is amazing as well. CPM is surprisingly very low, and then the landing page views are 67. Then booked calls are 7 booked calls for this last 7 days. I suppose this is for the last 7 days. And then the booking rate is $10.45. The cost per booked call is only $48.53, which is amazing, right? And then the total ad spend for the week has been $339 only, and we are able to get all of these calls coming in at a really good booking rate. So the ads are doing pretty well with the CPC and CPM. We do not need to change anything on the ad side. For as far as the funnel are concerned, like the funnel is also doing pretty well with a $48 cost per booked call and a 10.45% booking rate. These numbers are great as compared to the industry average, which is like $80 to $150 cost per call booked, and then 8 to 10% booking rate. From my knowledge, okay, if you're a call funnel expert and you have the right numbers, drop in the comment section. However, from my knowledge, from my experience, and at the same time from the research I have done, this is the industry average. And then one suggestion for the funnel that I did suggest is, rather than calling it a sales call, right? Everywhere on the sales page it is mentioned that it is going to be a strategy call, but right below it, when we are pitching them the downsell, it is mentioned that not ready for a sales call. That's why I just suggested him to replace the sales call wording to the strategy call. If you're framing it as a strategy and then saying it's a sales call, it automatically gets a guard up. Okay, so here comes the calls analysis. Okay, so all the stats in the call. The no show rate we have got is the 36%. Okay, and then the no fit leads are 14%, and then high ideal quality leads are 45%, which is the majority, which is amazing. And then cancelled meeting has only been one out of many, like 22 or 23, I suppose. So 5% is the cancel rate for the meetings. Okay, now the no-show rate is also decent considering that we are not setting up calls. So usually what happens is when we are doing a sales call funnel, we have appointment setters, we have closers and all of that stuff. But for this particular client, he's doing the calls on his own. So he doesn't have a setter. He's not calling the leads up to make sure that they are coming up. So keeping that in mind, 36% is decent, and we do not have a proper sales team in place. A quick way to increase the show ups will be to complete the A2P registrations inside of Go High Level. So Go High Level also allows us to send SMS, but only after we have completed the registration, which is required inside of the Go High Level platform for us to be legalized to send SMS, right? So we have done that. After we can do that, we can get the SMS reminders going out on time and increase the show up rates. And then the unqualified or no fit leads rate is also below the industry average, which is a great sign that we are attracting quality leads. Now the number of qualified leads is great as well. So like 45% of the people who are coming on the call, they are really qualified leads, like high quality, and he's saying that these are like strong fits, right? And then the cancel meeting rate is way below the industry average, which is also a great sign. Now, the funnel, so our suggestion was this: our funnel is converting very well, right? And alhamdulillah, great leads are coming on the call. It's only a matter of closing the deals on the first call itself rather than booking multiple calls. So usually what is happening over here is that even if people are strong fits, they are not closing on the first call, right? And because of which we haven't closed any deals. Now what we can do as a fix would be creating an offer that they cannot refuse on the call itself. So here's what I suggested him doing was to give annual access with a discount when they show up on the call. For example, $397 is his membership, right? His program cost is $397 per month. So that costs $4,764. If we give them an option to pay $4,000 on the call itself, it will create an urgency for them to buy now rather than later, right? So also, if they can't commit that much on the call yet, I would suggest taking $1,000 non-refundable deposit and allowing them 7 days to make the remaining payment and start the program. Like, give them some funding options. So we use several different funding options. I have some personal connects as well. If you want, if you're running a high ticket program and you want to have funding options, go ahead and reach out to me at Ask Muzahid, and I will be going on and sharing the personal connects with you. But these are the funding options that we have. I can share with you right here on this video. Now all of these funding options allows people to go ahead and take out the funding and then pay for the program, right? So these are for coaching programs and different kind of offers online, so they give funding for that. Now what we can do on the call is take $1,000 deposit if they are like ready, they love the offer, they want to come in, but money is the only objection they have got. So we give them two options, 4,000 or 1,000. If they get the funding for the 3,000, then they can go ahead and pay in full in the over the next 7 days, and they are going to be enrolled inside the program. But if they cannot, what we are going to do is we are going to downsell them into our $197 per month subscription, since they have already paid the $1,000, right, which is the low ticket offer or the downsell offers we have got. Note that we don't have to give them the funding options until we are 100% sure they don't have the budget and the only objection they have got is about the money, right? Either way, have the leads commit $1,000 deposit on the call itself and give them a Stripe link to complete the payment on the call itself. What this will do is this will increase the amount of money we are collecting on the front end. Okay, so here's how to sell SaaS offers right off the gate. The first thing is, let's templatize a business in the SaaS offer. So for example, Go High Level is a platform, is an amazing platform. Highly recommend is for you to use that particular platform to create different kind of templates, right? Let's say for this particular business, they require a website. They also require a calendar. They also require email sequences. So why not just templatize the whole thing of what has worked for you, and then offer it completely as a system to other businesses, so that it becomes much easier for them to come in and hop in to work with you, right? And join your monthly subscription offer, rather than going ahead and paying some random CRM, managing 10 different tools and getting frustrated, right? So this will increase the value of your coaching program while giving you a recurring income every single month as well. The second thing is, package the template with support an annual subscription of the SaaS. So once you have templatized the business, you can package it with support. So have one person sit there just to address the concerns of everybody who is going to come in inside of your SaaS offer, and then package the entire years of subscription, like I did for this particular client at $397 per month. Just offer 2 months for free and tell that if they pay on the call, it's going to be $4,000, right? And yeah, they are going to get personalized support just because they chose to go with the annual subscription, right? And then offer a discount for the annual package as well, and then start booking sales calls to sell the complete done for you business system, right? Complete sell the system, not the SaaS, right? So that's how Russell Brunson was able to take ClickFunnels to $1 billion valuation, where somebody offered him $1 billion for ClickFunnels, right? So that wouldn't have happened had he just chose to sell the SaaS as a SaaS offer, right? But what he did was he created a coaching program on how the SaaS is going to help different people, right? So for example, he just targeted business owners and helped them make more money online using his SaaS offer, which is a funnel building platform that allows people to build funnels, right? So how he sold it was to get people on the call, or do webinars every single week. They would do webinars to sell the entire coaching program for $997, and then just add the subscription or of the ClickFunnels for an entire year, and after that people would have to pay. So now remember that all of these people who have bought this particular program have already started creating their funnels inside of ClickFunnels. Now if they do not choose to continue taking the subscription of ClickFunnels, they will lose all the funnels that are present inside of ClickFunnels. You see how amazing this concept is, where of how you can sell the SaaS offer by simply packaging it together. And then with Go High Level, it has made it much easier for you to sell it further by you can because you can simply create a template of the different funnels, or the websites, or e-commerce stores, or email sequences, automations, workflows, calendars. And then what you can do is you can transfer everything, the entire template, to an individual with just one click, right? You can just share them one link, and when they click on it, it will automatically copy all the funnels, all the automations, all the emails that you wrote as templates for different individuals, will be transferred to their account in one simple click, right? So that's how easy it is in order to sell different offers, or templatizing a business and selling it on a subscription basis using Go High Level. So if you want to go ahead and start using Go High Level, I would highly recommend do choose my affiliate link from the description below. If you do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on a call with you and help you strategize how you can take back the entire year's worth of the subscription for Go High Level by simply following this one path that I'm going to share with you on the call, depending upon where you are in your business, whether you're just starting out, or you're really deep but you want to start getting in more and more sales. Would love to do that strategy call with you. Okay, so having said that, this is how you can start selling your SaaS offers on an annual subscription, more annual subscription sales than the monthly ones. Okay, so I hope this entire session was helpful to you. Now let's get inside of the second deep dive that we did for the day. Okay, this particular client is HD, and she is in a really good niche, which is female leadership, right? And the female leadership like niche is really booming right now, and this is a $297 course, really outperforming all the other courses that we have got. And the sales page is pretty simple. It's a sales page with a confirmation page, right? So let's deep dive on the numbers that we have got for him. Okay, so here's how it looks like. On the last 7 days, the CTR has been 1.58, which is really great. The CPC is $5, and then the CPM is also surprisingly low, knowing that this is a leadership offer, right? And then we have got 55 landing page views and 5 opt-ins at a 9.09% opt-in rate, which is again great. And then we have got 2 purchases, and with a 40% purchase rate, which is alhamdulillah really good. We have spent like $337 on ads. We made around $594, 1.76x ROAS. Okay, so alhamdulillah, all the stats are pretty great. We are seeing positive results. Here's our future plan to scale this particular offer. Okay, so scaling this offer by increasing AOV. So now know that this is not a new offer. This has been running for a while, but I have been optimizing it, right? So all of these numbers are after the optimization. It was sitting at 5%, but then after optimization it went up to 9%, and now the purchase rate was also at like close to 12 20 15 to 20%, but now it's up as well. Now the stats are going good, so now it's time to scale this particular offer, right? First thing we are going to do is keep what's working. The front end sales page is converting well, so we will not touch it nor or make any further changes to it. It's working, alhamdulillah. Let's keep it like that. Okay, and then we are going to introduce an upsell. So this is going to be an 8-week accelerator where we are going to be providing 8 weekly group coaching sessions plus 8 Q&A sessions. So what we are going to be doing over here in the upsell is we are going to give them something that is going to get them to the results much faster than the first offer that they bought. So this is like the next thing they are going to require, right? So for example, if they are in a let's say offer creation niche, right, the next logical upsell is going to be traffic, right? So that's how we frame upsells. Then we are also going to be offering the Q&A private members only sessions, right? Over here the pricing will be $697 upfront, and then if they do not purchase that, we are going to have them come to a downsell. So this will be a pop-up that will show them or give them an option to join the accelerator in a payment plan of $247 into 3, right? So 3 payments of $247, they can go ahead and enroll inside of this program. If they say no to that, we are going to introduce them to a second downsell, which is even a further divided payment plan, which is like a 6-month payment plan of $127 for 6 times payment. Okay, there will be a separate downsell page for this one. Okay, even if now the biggest question that will show up over here is that if we do 6 months payment plan, what if they do not pay, right? So even if the accelerator is an 8-week program, and they are going to be done in like 8 weeks, they get lifetime access to the private members only Facebook group and a membership area where they are going to get the recordings of all the coaching sessions and the private Q&A sessions as well. So we can take it away if the payments are cancelled, right? So that is an advantage that we have got for the payment plan. And then we are going to create 2 email sequences. The first one is the abandoned cart email sequence, where we are going to have everyone who opted in on the front end offer but did not buy the course. This will be a 3-day sequence for them to go ahead and take advantage of the front end offer itself. Okay, and then we are going to have a follow-up sequence to give them a value driven 7-day email sequence that will help them to go to the next step, which is the next upsell that we are selling. Okay, and then the organic approach would be to in the course membership side, when we are doing the calls, or maybe inside of the members area itself, what we are going to do is we are going to add promotional banners, which will show people that we have got a mentorship program that they can go ahead and join, which is this upsell that I'm talking about, which is the accelerator. Okay, and then what we are going to do is we are going to scale the ads, since we are seeing a positive ROAS, meaning that every dollar we put in on the ads, we are ready to we are getting it back or even making more. So we are ready to start scaling. We are able to start scaling this particular offer by simply increasing the budget. Okay, and our new ad scaling strategy can be used for this particular purpose in order to scale this particular offer. Okay, now if you want to know about that ad strategy, let me know in the comments. I will be more than happy to create a dedicated video. That is not my personal ad strategy, but something I have learned from a coach of mine, and it's been going on pretty amazing. Okay, so having said that, for the team, we are going to keep a track. We are going to keep the targeting as we have right now. So we are doing some niche targeting on the ad campaigns, and then we can utilize that without changing anything. We can create a separate scaling campaign to scale the ads that we have got. Okay, so after that, in phase two, what we are going to do is we are going to have another funnel created for them, right? So this is where we are going to have, in our funnel portfolio, what we are going to be doing is we are going to add a separate funnel. Okay, now once we start getting a lot of results on the first phase itself, where we are able to scale this offer on the front end, let's it only makes sense for us to create another offer, which is another funnel, where we are going to be offering a low ticket offer, front end offer, that is worth $27, $37, so that we can achieve 1.5x or 2x ROAS just on the front end with the $37 offer. And next, we can upsell the $297 course that we have got, which is already proven to convert, right? It is already proven to convert over here. All we can do is just once we break even on the front end, now that all of that money that is going to come after the sales of this front end offer is going to be pure profit. So what we can do later on is utilize this particular strategy as a separate thing that we can run on a separate campaign to really scale this particular offer that we have got, and run several different offers inside of our portfolio, okay, for this particular client. Okay, so this was the second deep dive that we did for the day. Let's get inside of the third one, which was a clarification call with one of these clients called AM. Now she is in a healing niche, and she has got a $27 course, right? So how we have structured this right now is we are going to have a sales page, an upsell page, and a confirmation page, right? And what she clarified on the call was all of this following that I'm going to share with you right now. The first thing is the messaging of the entire funnel needs to shift from AM being a trauma coach to an expert in helping people get through depressed, anxious, stress, burnout, or spiritual confusion, right? She does not want to deal with people in trauma. Now this is one of the great points that was made, because usually what happens is people who are in trauma doesn't like, they do not really respond pretty well. From her experience, she had mentioned. So what we are going to do is we are going to shift the messaging. And then the second thing was the booking time frame. So she wanted to shift the booking time frame of the upsell product that we have got, where people can book a one-on-one conversation with her. It was stretched out to 90 days, but she wanted to drop it to just 30 days so that we can have people book in faster than later, right? So I suggested let's do that to shrink that to 15 days rather than 90 days. Okay, so or 30 days. Then the next thing was how the offer was structured. Now this strategy was not created by me. How it was created before me was that they were going to create personalized recording practices for different people who purchased her one-on-one coaching at just $300. So I suggested that we do not need to do that, because it's like very low ticket. We do not have the time to make personalized practices for everybody. So we can use a channel called Voxer. This is a private messaging platform which can be used to give people access to us directly without sharing our personal information, like our WhatsApp number or anything, or phone numbers, anything of that sort. So Voxer channel is very similar to texting, but it also feels like texting, but then it's a really private, yet not yet being not that personal. Okay, so we can keep a response time of 24 to 48 hours on the weekdays, and then the practices, the recording or personalized practices, can be done after the first one-on-one call with the client. And then what she can do is she can simply send a voice note sharing with her what are the things that she would want her to do, right? And for the accountability structure, now this is something that I would really want to focus in or dial down, is that when we have to realize that when we are just starting out, accountability has to be a major part of our courses or offers. Why? The reason is that at the beginning, first thing is we do not know if our offer is converting in the first place. If we do not know if our offer is going to help somebody, how can we go on and double down on it, start spending as much as we possibly can to bring more and more people? Now imagine if you're a bad singer, and as the first performance of yours, you have been put up on a concert where we have got like 100,000 people watching you sing. It's absolutely going to be a disaster, right? So that similarly, when we are putting up a course, we first have to make sure that we are able to get results for our clients. Once we start getting results for our clients, and after we have even had to get on an accountability call with them, or let's say we would have to have reach out to them or follow up with that particular client multiple times. But once we start doing this, once we know that our offer converts, first thing is we can have conviction on raising the price, because we know that we can go all in on the marketing, right? So we can start raising the price. We can also convert this into different kind of structural programs like group coaching, right? Once we have already done one-on-one coaching, we would know what people require. Now we can convert that into a group coaching. Now rather than doing one-on-one calls, we can bring everybody together on a group setting and start answering questions that way, right? So at the beginning of every single program or every single offer that you launch, we have to make sure that we are able to get results to people, and there is no better way than having an accountability structure in our programs. Okay, so then the third thing that we got value was that adding a cap on the deliverables. So the group sessions were not like, the cap was not added to the group sessions that we were going to do for this $27 offer. So I suggested, if you are going to do that, then let's put in bi-monthly group sessions. So this was suggested by the client, bi-monthly, and then we put a cap of 8 weeks. So it's only going to be for 8 weeks. We are going to be offering this bi-monthly group sessions, right? For the $27 offer, which is again a lot, right? And then for private Facebook group, I would love to offer it for a lifetime, because it's just a Facebook group that they get access to, right? And then we are also going to create email sequences, one which is abandoned cart sequence, already discussed it. Then follow-up sequence, already discussed it when we were talking about HT. Okay, and then phase one is launch the $27 offer upfront with the private coaching at $297, right? And then as an upsell, and a payment plan of $157 into two as a downsell. Now the test phase is going to be about getting the front end offer to break even. Now once we prove that this particular offer is able to break even on its own, we know that this particular offer is converting pretty well. Now we can change anything in the back end later on, right? Now first goal would be to get at least 20 sales of the private coaching, so that we can start getting some clients coming in that our client can work one-on-one with, get some results, and then later on we can convert it into a book, um, into a group coaching format. And then afterwards, once we have gotten enough results, once we know the market enough, we are going to go inside of phase two, which is replacing the $300 upsell with a book a call upsell page, where we are going to sell them on a $3,000 coaching program, which will be a group coaching format. Okay, so that's what we are going to be planning for this particular client. I'm pretty excited about this. This is a great niche, and we are going to see how it goes. And then finally, the third thing, the last thing that I did for the day, which was really hectic, took me 4 hours to do this, was create a excuse me, was to create a strategy for this particular client from scratch. And this particular client is in the burnout recovery niche for men. Again, he has got a $197 course that I strategized. And then how the landing page is going to look like is straight page, sales page, upsell page, downsell, confirmation page. And here's a strategy that I found, did the complete market research, avatar research, the offer strategy, like stacked every offer, like the upsell, main offer, the bonuses, the entire value stack, the upsell, downsell, and then also strategize a front end offer that we are going to be putting up in phase two. Okay, but right now our goal will be to prove that this front end offer, which is a $197 course, is actually converting. Right, so here's how the customer journey is going to look like for DJ. It's going to be Facebook ads, then to a sales page with the checkout itself on the sales page. Then we're going to have an upsell page, a downsell pop-up, and then a confirmation page. Now this is going to be with order bombs, upsell, downsell integrated post checkout. Okay, now the ideated I have ideated like the complete stack of the course offer, the front end offer as well, with 10 plus bonuses, their names, to what they will include. It was a very hectic situation, because this was a burnout niche is very not very common, but it's also very broad, So we had to really make sure that we can nail it down into a way that people can actually understand what we are going to be offering to them. Okay, so phase one will be the proof that the offer is converting on cold ads. That's where we are just going to run ads to the sales page directly. But then later on in phase two, once we are getting like positive ROAS on this one, we are going to introduce a front end low ticket offer and then upsell them the course. Okay, so this is a strategy that we have found for DJ. Again, it was a very hectic day, but we were able to complete it. And that's it for day 6. I hope this entire video was helpful to you. Let me know in the comment section what was your best takeaway. For me, the best takeaway was the templatizing the business stuff, where we can actually make sure that after we have templatized everything inside of our business, we can simply offer that over SaaS to different individuals and create a recurring income for our business coming in every single month. Okay, so I hope this entire video was helpful to you. Let me know in the comments again your biggest takeaways. I'm going to see you on the next one. Let me know if these videos are really helpful to you and how you would like to structure it if you were in the same shoes, or how it would make more sense for you to go ahead and listen to it completely. Let me know in the comments. But if you have made it so far, congratulations and thank you so much for investing so much time. I really appreciate your time, and I hope this was helpful and valuable to you. I'm going to see you on the next one. Till then, keep creating for a change.